Welcome to Facility 3826. In an alternate universe, Soviet engineers find a magical glue that enables them to invent futuristic technologies. There are robots to take care of all the basic labor jobs, so you, as a happy citizen of SSCP, can focus on more important things like science and art. Everything seems to work perfectly in this communist wet dream. Until it isn't. Just days before the launch of Collective 2.0, a technology that would make humans to be able to control robots just with their thoughts, a catastrophe happens, and you, P3, with your talking glow, try to find a way to resolve the problem. Atomic Heart is less of a game and more of an art. Actually, it is above art, considering the standards of art these days. They made those concept artists work like the poor kids in some Asian country that dug up the components for my PC. From levels to enemies, every new encounter will pull you deeper into the world of Atomic Heart. Even the very bizarre and what I would call unnecessary and extra world of this game feels realistic because of how consistent their design is throughout the game. Instead of games that forget they are a game, developers of Atomic Heart was aware of the fact that this is just a game. You can actually see this easily by main character's corny-ass fourth wall breaking lines while playing the game.
That crazy-ass pump thing killed that whale. Damn.
Also, they were trying something with the cutscenes. With camera work and everything, they were really trying to innovate something there. Not sure if it worked as they intended though. Also, they definitely knew exactly what they were doing by using robot twins for game's trailer. Otherwise would be played by only 5 people. The game now is compared to famous AAA IP like Resident Evil Village. Not because of gameplay though, it's about between Lady Dimitrescu and robots and how much of an impact they had on Route 34 scene. And I would say Atomic Heart is very close. After the first couple of minutes of unskippable walking simulator, game finally gives you a little taste of its drug. And then it's a matter of spending 10 to 15 hours just to get a bit more of it. While doing so, you engage in combat, explore the world, and solve some puzzles. For a story-based game, Atomic Heart puts a lot of emphasis on exploration. Game wants you to go around, check every room, every house to find materials. And more importantly, polymer, which you then use to upgrade and customize your talents, weapons, consumables by going to this pervert fridge, which is also my favorite character in the game actually. I am no masochist, but not gonna lie, I would let this fridge tie me up and do unspeakable things to me. Puzzles. With every new level, you first get introduced to a new puzzle, then throughout the level it gets more complicated. Kinda like Titanfall 2 if you ever played that gem. Overall, puzzles are fun and not really easy or really hard that requires Harvard level intelligence to solve. The combat of the game reminded me of Doom a lot. It's fast paced, always a lot of action. You keep switching between weapons on later levels and using your skills to defeat a horde of enemies. In terms of skills and weapons, there's enough options, especially when you consider customization of your weapons. You can have very different builds and different game styles. You can freeze enemies, then without their consent forcefully squirt your white stuff on them and then send a big load out of your thick pipe. Or you can just use heavy axe attack, it kinda does the same damage. Game mostly has a linear design with an open map in the middle of it. When you get to a new level, you can freely move around and explore, but once you leave it, you cannot go back to a previous level or a map. My favorite level is this theater level. There are these ballerina robots everywhere that designed to do, you guessed it, ballet. But there are a lot of them everywhere, which makes you wonder, do they really need these many robots just to dance? No, because we'll later find out the base gigachat scientist of SSCP did not make these robots just to do basic labor, which also explains why they went so far to put nipples on them. When they said robots will take over the world and steal everyone's jobs, I guess they were really serious about that. Not even your mama is safe. Look, I'm not stupid enough to be a communist, and I never been one, but I wish Russia would win the World War II because at this capitalist rate, probably there won't be any robots like this in my lifetime. And what a waste of a life that is. But one thing this game don't tell you about is, game uses its complicated Russian software that's competent to Chinese stuff to get kernel level access to your PC and scan everything about you, and then with that information personally bully and humiliate you using these robots.
Please come closer. Let's Let's have a chat.
You've been without a woman for so long, Major.
I can tell.
You've been without a woman for so long, Major. You've been without a woman for so long, Major.
I can tell.
A random Indo-Russian studio making a game that can easily rival many of the AAA stuff, with many language supports and everything, a game that's actually had love put into it. All the jokes aside, hopefully people can see what Atomic Heart has to offer beyond just some Fapping material. Atomic Heart hopefully will take its place among classics like Wolfenstein and Bioshock that it's heavily inspired from. It's definitely one of the better games you can find these days. 69 out of 100. You know what, let's just make it 87. It's my first time attempting a video like this, so it is a bit amateur, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestion, feedback, or anything you want to say about the video or the game, please feel free to do so in the comment section. But I'm done with this video, and until next time, take care everyone.